Yeah, we are starting. So, good evening, everyone. This is Simaji from Hack to Skill. I will be your host for today, and it's an honor to welcome you all for the first AMA session of ONDC Presents Bill for Bharat. The initiative is supported by Startup India, sponsored by industry leaders such as Google Cloud, Protein, Antler, and Paytm, and powered by Hack to Skill. The primary agenda of today's AMA session is to address the most frequently asked questions under Indic language support and conversational interface problem statement. The Google form, which was rolled out few days back, on that basis, the questions will be answered. And if we have limited time left at the end of the session, we will be taking queries from the chat box. So I would like to introduce our esteemed panelists from BHASHINI, a Ministry of Electronics and Information Technology initiative began implemented by Digital India BHASHINI division under Digital India Corporation. Our panelists will be guiding you all for better understanding of Indic language problem statement. Mr. Ajay Singh has an incredible professional journey and is currently working at position of support and onboarding manager at BHASHINI. And Mr. Shailendra Pal is working at product manager at Bhashini. So, Ajay and Shailendra, over to you guys. We are excited to know your insights.
Yeah, thanks, Simajit. So, first of all, welcome all the participants for Build of Bharat. And I hope, like after this particular hackathon, we'll be getting some kind of quality products so that the ONDC can leverage that. So, Simajit, you want us to go through question by question,
or if you can just start with like explaining the problem statement, then I can just tell you like we have already taken the questions. So I have the questions with me. I will address one question each by each, then you can have the answer.
Okay.
So I will just move to the slide. Yeah, sure.
Yes. So as the problem statement clearly mentions, the current e-commerce scenario in which the Indian users are coming and buying and selling things on these large platforms, including the ONDC, the language is a thing that can play an actual role in the adoption of the users, both on the seller side and the buyer side. And it mentions that it's very crucial to make entire e-commerce an Indic cred. So here the language plays a vital role, and this is what the BHASHINI is doing right now. It's a national language translation mission, and utilizing the BHASHINI resources at an instance, you can translate from one language to another. You can add voice to the ongoing assignments, what you're doing, or in the current problem statement. We do provide some OCR facilities, the state of art, where you can actually capture the text out of a graph or a document or an image. So all these things are actually required in the problem statement. That's the reason it was mentioned, like for the Indic language support in the retail commerce. Coming to the algorithms part, Chandra will take care of that. But still, like, just to mention as a headline in the bottom line that using for this particular problem statement, you have to utilize the BHASHINI, the power of BHASHINI, that is Make in India, Made in India DPI, in which you can use these services through an API and then build your application on top of it, so that AI layer of the conversation will be provided by BHASHINI. So this problem statement of Indic language support basically relates to that only, that how you can make it more relatable and how you can make more inclusive retail commerce by the inclusion of the Indic languages, that is 22 scheduled Indian languages. Yeah. Shailendra, would you like to add something if I've skipped something?
No, certainly. I am completely with you, and that's what the entire purpose is. I'm really looking forward for the questions and a creative and innovative ways by which we can provide our input basically. So yeah.
Thank you, Shailendra and Ajay. So I will So Shalendra and Ajay, I will start with the first question, which was shared by the participants over Google Form. So first question is, can we get data sets for training model? If possible, a strong hardware which can reduce the time of model training. Did you get my question?
Yep. Would you like to repeat the question, please?
Yeah,
I
sure.
mean, yeah.
Can we get data sets for training the model? If possible, a strong hardware which can reduce the time of model training.
Yeah, certainly. So, I mean, we as Bhashini, we have, the ecosystem, which is open source. All our models, in fact, as well as the data set, they are open source. One can simply, visit our website, specifically Ulka, and can, go through the different data sets available and can download based on the use case. The important thing here is the use case overall, and based on that, how you're making or developing your particular MVP. That's really important. To your question, yes, they are available open source and can with different industry domain knowledge that one can utilize those.
Okay, thank you so much. So we will move to the next question. Should we use particular tech stack or we can choose it on our own?
So again, this is really important. Uh, we are flexible. Again, as I said, it's open source. The integration overall based on the familiarity of a particular developer or a team, the tech stack, can be, one can choose the tech stack based on the familiarity, based on the, the skills a particular team possess. So there is no as such specific tech stack one should choose since we are technology agnostic and our APIs are based on RESTful. So it doesn't matter which technology, whether it's open source or closed, one can choose that.
Okay, thank you so much. So we will move to the third question, that can we use Python with Flask or Fast API?
Yeah. So, taking that question further, like, so if you're creating a web application, so the Flask is required. So it totally depends on like how you are catering the problem statement. Problem statement is very vague. It just gives you an idea how you can include the Indic language support. It might be in a mobile application format or a web application format. So it totally depends on you, which application you are developing as an open innovation solution. Accordingly, you can decide which particular library you have to use. But yes, certainly for the Flask perspective, if you're making a web application using Python, you have to use it.
Okay. So we will move to the next question. What is the minimum number of Indian regional languages that is proposed MVP should be supported?
Yeah, again, I'll stick to the problem statement. It's not mentioned like how many languages you should use, but considering a standard of an MVP, you should start with 2 or 3 languages that the evaluator can also understand. Hindi, English, and you can take one more regional language. 3, 4 languages in an MVP is required, and Bhashini is already providing 22 Indic languages, scheduled Indian languages. So you can choose any one of them. Hindi, English is must. That is good for the MVP. That is coming from a suggestion that I'm giving. But yes, taking account of 4 languages, 2 Hindi, English, and 2 regional languages will be a good option to convince an evaluator from my side.
Okay, so I also like get a lot of queries like how to integrate multiple languages. So they have you cleared that doubt. Thank you so much. So we will move to the next question. Should we just test the accuracy of the translation, transcription, and the OCR?
So again, we'll take up a question in that way, that if you're preparing an MVP, that is also coming from an open innovation segment, like only Indic language support for retail commerce. You cannot test the accuracy at your end till the time you're passing the right content, right? So if you're showing an MVP with a 5, 6 test bed products, don't go to the accuracy level. Just show them the functionality, like, okay, we are able to get the data from the database and this is how it is translated. And evaluators are pretty much aligned and interested to see how it works rather than how accurate it is. Accuracy, from the Bhashini standpoint, we are pretty much accurate. We are having some benchmarks for the accuracy, but from the problem statement perspective, accuracy doesn't make any difference. But still, if you find any kind of error, do report to us.
Okay, thank you. So we'll move to the next question. Is it acceptable to use Python libraries such as Grido and constructing the MVP user interface? This would allow us to allocate more time and attention to the development of the AI components.
Yeah, sure. I can take that up. So when it comes to MVP, right, these libraries like Gradio, Streamlit, I would consider them as low code framework. And then the capabilities like, a rapid web development or interactive UI with ML model support and interactions that would certainly help. So in a way, it will help you to, have the rapid prototyping or MVP development. So these are certainly recommended and suggested to go with that.
Okay. So we'll move to the next question. How we actually need to make a website? Do we have to make a API which can translate images as well?
See, again, just when you go through the problem statement, it's mentioned that it should extract contents from text, image, and all that, right? So from Bhashini's side, like you are having an OCR capabilities also, right? You can use the OCR APIs to do the OCR out of the image and PDF, whatever it is required for the POC, that you can do it. But for the image side and other things, you can use other libraries that are that you think that are much capable enough to be included in the MVP. We are not mentioning any name of the library, or you can use Tesseract and other things, but it should not be limited to only one that we mentioning, and you can use it because it is not mentioned in the problem statement also. So you're free to use whatever you want.
Okay. So moving to the next question. So one of the participants has said, I'm exploring technologies for handling different input types. Are there any preferred framework or tools you would recommend for processing voice and image inputs alongside text?
I can take that up. I mean, as Ajay said, that we are not, saying a specific framework to use. There could be many frameworks, right? When it comes to web application and having a voice interaction, you could use Ruby on Rails, right? And there are Python-based framework also. I'm just specifically talking about the open source, so we don't have any, licensing rate or any specific, tools specific constraint. So it's certainly up to the you know the developer, the team who is comfortable with a particular set of language. I think that should work. Our APIs are again RESTful, so there are no platform level dependency as such. So yeah.
Okay. Thank you. Moving to the next question. For voice input accuracy is crucial. Any insights on optimizing voice recognition models for the Indian languages to ensure high level of accuracy?
See, that is question that is coming for the ASR, that is automatic speech recognition, so that voice can be recognized. So again, throwing some light on that, that through Bhashini APIs, you can actually utilize that science of ASR, right? So I have dropped a link in the chat box where you can see, you can explore the APIs. So voice detection, the accuracy in the Indic languages, you can test at your end. There is a dedicated Postman collection that you can start playing with the APIs. It's quite good and better than others in the market. So that voice detection accuracy, you will test. Once you will start utilizing the API, you will get an idea like how accurate it is. I myself using on a daily basis, so I can say it's pretty much accurate. Some words are not being recognized, but that also you can give a feedback if it's not getting recognized. But the complete sentence, you speak for 30 seconds and let's see how much accurate it is. You cannot define the accuracy in a text right now, that how we can do it and how we can test the accuracy till the time you're not using it. So use it and then let us know how much accurate it is.
Okay. So moving to the next question. So can you please explain the transaction between seller and a buyer on ONDC and where Bhashini fits into the transaction?
See, seller and buyer, that's the science of ONDC. So I think the better scholars are available in that segment. Bhashini fits in as a layer of translation and where the voice plays its role. Like it's voice-based inventory search or translating the entire app into a different language. So Bhashini means neural machine translation. Bhashini means automatic speech recognition. So wherever you are finding these two features, you will find Bhashini in the ONDC.
Okay. So that's all for the questions. So we will move to the next problem statement. Thank you, Shailendra and Ajay. At the end, we will take open mic questions from the participants.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you.
Let's move on to our next problem statement, that is conversational interface. Pritha and Neeraj from ONDC are here with us to join and guide you all. Pritha is the leading position of strategic initiatives at ONDC as a vice president, and Neeraj is the heading of the network enhancement vertical as the vice president. Hello, Pritha. Hello, Neeraj. Over to you guys.
Can you hear us?
Yeah, we can hear us.
Yeah, good. Good evening, all. So I'll just run you through this interesting problem statement that we are facing. Say, India has traditionally been, say, a physical. Traditionally, the shopping has been done on a physical stores. Now, there has been a lot of shopping that has moved from the physical world to the online shopping. But in the online shopping, in certain segments, specifically like fashion, electronics, where the customers are more demanding because, say, they would like a particular appearance or they would like to test the size, whether it fits or not. So there are various methods that are being employed or deployed by the various leaders in the e-commerce space to make sure the return and the refunds are lesser. Okay. So we would want the team to develop a conversational interface where it is just not, say, the speech to text or voice based. Say, how can we enhance so that the buyers who are purchasing have a better insight of the product? For example, when we say most of the e-com apps are showing 5 or 6 images along with the videos. So that is one way of creating those interfaces. How can we create even a better interface by which it can be a AR, VR, by which people even can try it out and see that how it will look like. Say, how can we enable such features in a real world scenario is what we are looking at. That gives a immersive experience and it's close to, and it should be as close to as the physical store as much as possible. So this is a problem statement. We have kept it a little open, and it has been done on purpose because say when we discussed with the various participants earlier when we were framing these questions, they came up with a lot of new ideas. So from the view, why limit the scope? So that is why it has been kept a little open. Say the participants who are building solutions on top of this can use Gen AI, AR, VR, any other thing that they may think will help in better adoption of new technologies, plus in a low return or a refund kind of a environment. Now I will start taking questions. So
I will just one by one, I will start asking you the questions which were given to us on the Google form. So first question is, do we need to use any ONDC related stuff for this problem statement?
absolutely no. Can you take? Yes, you can take, but is it a requirement? No.
Okay, thank you. So we will move to the next question. Here is a team plan to create an AI chatbot, so it takes more time to build. So shall we give our idea solution for the problem in PPT submission or want to submit the prototype?
Say in this, we have taken a very clear stance that no document or PDF or PPT will be allowed, no prototype. We are actually looking for a actual working application.
Okay, thank you. So we will move to the third question. So one of the team is asking, can we attach the PDF in a GitHub and send it to you guys?
No, it should be a workable solution wherein the jury will assess how good is the solution.
So moving to the next question, what platform is the best to interface like Dialogflow and bootpress.com? Give me the best technical advice to make this bot very useful and beneficial.
say please feel free to use any platform, any thing that you may think will help in providing a better solution. We are not fixated on any solution. We are not saying that it has to be open source. Preferably is open source, but can it be some cost product which can help you do better? We are open for that as well.
Okay. Thank you. So we will move to the next question. So one of the team is asking, can you elaborate the judging criteria and also the tech evaluation for conversation interface problem statement and what kind of exact product is expected? For example, with respect to the scalability, like how many requests should be served and able to be handled, or maybe like how to be scalable.
So we are open to that. We have not fixated any non-functional requirements to any evaluation. I'll just tell you the broader construct that we have listed down for tech evaluation, which is reusability, extendability to other use cases. And when you say reusability in terms of APIs, algorithms, data set that have been used to design the solution. Second is extendability to other use cases. The third one is scalability, working at population scale with optimal capacity and minimal latency. And the last one is the security part of it, ensuring transactional guarantees. Those are the key evaluation parameters. Apart from that, two things that we're looking at. One is modular architectures that provides flexible integration options. Your solution should have open endpoints so that it can be integrated through APIs. And the second one is accuracy of the solution is as applicable. So it cannot happen that it works in one scenario and fails another. So these are the broader contours of evaluation.
Thank you so much. So we'll move to the next question. So one of the team is asking, apart from the preferred routes, can we add custom routes for integrating with TSP?
Yes, you can.
So moving to the next question. So one of the team is also asking, should we clone ONDC and try keeping the BAP, BPP and TSP throughout the ONDC?
Not required. If you want to leverage that fit so that you can enhance your solution, please do that. But it is not a mandatory requirement.
Okay. So moving to the next question. So one of the team is asking, should we create a technology serve providers that can be integrated with ONDC and have a simple BAP of showcase it in our product? Or if not, can we shed more light what exactly should be done?
So it can be either ways. So we have a reference BARA which is available. The source code of that is available on the GitHub. Can you use that, integrate your solution with that? You can do that. Feel free to do that. Then the second one is you create your own BARA application and showcase that solution on that particular BARA. We are okay with that as well. Say what it should ensure is the technical evaluation. It should pass the technical evaluation criteria, plus it should meet the requirements that have been stated in the problem statement.
Okay, thank you. So we will move to the next question. While creating the UI, should we make the whole UI incredible or just basic UI element?
It's all up to you. It's a problem statement. Many people are going to try new things. The newer innovative ideas will get more points.
Okay. So moving to the next question. So one of the team is asking, can you elaborate more on the judging criteria, those 4 points, scalability, security, etc.?
So there are 4 pointers that I spoke about. I'll just speak it again. One is reusability of APIs, algorithms, dataset on which the solution has been developed. Extendability of that solution to other use cases. It should not be just for, say, for example, this is only applicable to one domain, maybe a fashion or a food and beverage. It should be extendable to other domains. The third one is the scalability, because this solution is going to be used by many users, millions and billions of users, so it should be scalable. And the fourth one is security part of it. So those are the key tenets against which the evaluation of a particular solution is going to be done.
So moving to the next question, for the immersive experience in fashion shopping, are there specific technologies or approach we should consider to provide realistic tryout feel for the buyers?
Say, to be honest, if we had known that, we would have done that. We are not expert in that area. That is why we are seeking out your help to provide us the solution.
Okay. Thank you so much. So I will just move to some basic questions. Once these basic questions are addressed, so I have Prateek with me from Hack to Skill, who will be answering these questions. So just wait a while. Let Prateek. So I have Prateek with me. So Prateek, first question is, what should be the final product? Should I develop a demo website with the only functionalities related to the chosen topic?
Yeah, so for this one, many of you might have this question that what will be the final product, what we have to deliver, and so on. So for the initial submission, you can build up a prototype for it so that you can demonstrate your idea to the mentors and judges to represent and explain your idea in that manner that what the idea is, what mentors are uh, able to understand your idea or not. So those all basic details should be present and explained in a better manner so that they get a picture of what you are trying to do and trying to develop. If not, then it will not be viable that mentors are not able to get what you are trying to build, and then they do not understand. So make sure that you try to make a prototype which explains your idea and demonstrate itself.
So moving to the next question. So one of the team is asking, what are the judging criteria?
I think it was already addressed 2 or 3 times, so we can move on to the next question.
So question number 3, what is expected in solution PDF submission? Should I provide consensus overview of our approach, or is it required to include comprehensive document covering all the aspects of the solution?
Okay. So based on what you have selected, it can be either next ventures or hackathon topics. So based on those things, you will have provided with the sample PPT, which asks for basic details of those respective problem challenges that are listed on the website. So over on your dashboard itself, you will have all those templates available, which you need to answer. And please make sure to address all those topics which are listed in the PPT itself, or else it will not be able. We will not be able to see that what you are trying to build, and those explanations. Those are very important topics that are mentioned in the slide. So make sure you follow the slide itself.
Okay, moving on to the next question. This is a very basic question which we always get. So can the same team members create another team and submit solution for other problem statement?
Okay, so we know that you want to try for multiple submissions and everything, but for frankly speaking, if you want to build a solution, stick to one problem statement and give it all. But if you still want to try multiple things, then you will need to create multiple IDs, because one person cannot be part of any other team with same ID. So it is not recommended by us to do that, but if you want, you can.
So moving to the next question, what do I need to upload and make in GitHub repository exactly? Like a prototype model, or if a prototype model, then on which website consideration do I need to make it?
So talking about GitHub, so over there you will have to upload all those resources and the code structure or anything that you have used to build your prototype with. So let's just say we are building a website for the consumers and we have come up with a CMS kind of thing. So you will have to upload those code structure with as it is on the GitHub, with all the demonstrations and necessary steps should be provided over there, that which packages I need to install, which what are the steps that I need to go with, and also what are the environment variables like secret keys that I need to add, because not everyone will be sharing those secret key with everyone. So the person who is trying to run it will have to generate on its own, or if you want that these are something you do not want to share, but you can demonstrate it via a video or some screenshot. You can also attach that and prepare a readme.md file that GitHub supports with. There you can explain in details, like there is no limitation over readme.md. So you can go all out over there and explain as detailed as you want.
So moving to the next question, considering the potential connectivity issue, should our solution should have any offline capabilities for language support, or is it assured that the user will always have an internet connection?
Okay, so this is like common question that we do see, that this is a common problem that we do have in the rural areas basically, or the hilly areas, where not every area has connectivity thing, and the app is being used over there. So what you can do is, either whenever the connection is being connected, you can download some of the data offline in the phone storage itself, and then you can fetch it from there. If it is not downloaded, you can display a message that whenever the connection is stored, you will fetch these details, and for the users, you will use those data. Uh, Something like that, because there are multiple examples in the market as well. So, an example, a vague example I will give is transactions over the flight. So over the flight, we do not have connectivity, but they still have those cards details. Whenever they swipe it, they keep it stored in their card scanner. And once the connectivity is stored with the card scanner, it deducts your payment. It does not go anywhere else. So that is just a vague example for you to think around those lines. If ONDC team want to add on these, you can.
Okay. So we will move to the next question. Are there any plans to incorporate community-driven features such as user-generated translations, language-specific forums to enhance their language support ecosystem?
Okay, so it could be a better idea, but basically we are also looking for these kind of innovative things. So if you do have these innovative ideas and if you can implement it, you can go ahead and propose a solution that is around these adaptive language support, which enhances over time, taking the feedback and the interaction that they are having with the consumer. So it would be a great step. If whosoever asked it, it was a good one. But these are also a new thing that you can explore.
So now we will move for a quick open mic session where you can ask questions by raising hand one by one. So me, Pratik, ONDC team, and everyone will try to answer the questions one by one. Yeah, Kunal, do you have anything?
Yeah, hi everyone. I just have a general question like I have registered on data as a service problem statement. In that problem statement, there is mentioned that mandatory link for GCP is required. But as per problem statement, or if one sees the pitch deck, there is no mentioning of you have to give the GitHub repo or something like that, which is mentioned in case of hackathon. So I just wanted to confirm that this discrepancy, what's the ideal submission, or what we should submit in case of data as a service problem statement.
Sorry, Kunal. So this problem statement which you are talking about, so we are restricted to only the two problem statements which we are going to talk about. If you have anything related to that,
Okay,
so
okay.
yeah, next. So we will move to Sumit. Sumit, do you have any question related to these problem statements?
Yeah. One thing I have to ask is like, is there any regulatory challenges like while we are using like Bhasini or something? Regulatory challenges in the like medical sector, say like when I'm saying some medicine name or something, I might pronounce it wrongly. So there can be a chance of getting the medicine wrong. So is there any regulatory guidelines available for these kind of things?
I would like Bhashini team to please answer this question.
Yeah. See, Sumit, the medicine name may be pronounced incorrectly. That is a use case, right? So it's totally agree with you. So for that perspective, we are not added the glossary of medicines yet,
Okay.
right? But still, you can try with some basic names because you are developing an MVP and POC. You can start with paracetamol, disprin, and aspirin. That is really done.
Okay.
Because for this medical thing, you have to build your own glossary and model kind of stuff.
Okay, for overall, like in the ONDC, medical sector is not supported. That's what you're saying. Or, I'm not pretty sure.
Coming from Bhashini's side,
Okay, from
the
Bhasi.
API. the translation and the voice that ASR thing, automatic speech recognition, medicine name will not come correctly. That you are right.
Okay, but from ONDC side, I can still work on medical sector.
That ONDC officials can answer. They're here.
Yeah, you can definitely work on it. And I mean, it's a good problem to solve for as well. But you're right. I mean, we definitely in your solution, take a look at how are you going to solve for the fact that any kind of a pronunciation or spelling error can lead to any compliance issues.
So moving to the next person, Harry, do you have anything related to these two problem statements?
Hello. Actually, I wanted to ask around data as a service, so it's not actually related to the topics.
Yeah, and so we will move to the next person. Azad, do you have anything related to these two problem statements?
Hi everyone. Actually, I have not any problem with the two related these, but are different questions. So I have registered under financial services. So
Okay, so that question will be taken into the next file. Today we are only talking about these two problem statements.
okay, thank you.
And moving to the next person, Sohan, do you have anything?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah. So,
Yeah, actually, I have registered under the fintech case. Okay, so I
guys, this is just for these two problem statement. If you have something related to that, so we can discuss. Otherwise, we will move to the next session at that time.
My quick question. Before you start the session, is it announced somewhere which problem statements are discussed so that people can choose?
Right,
which
it has been made. Yeah, it has been made. You can check the mail. It's written over there.
Thank you.
Next, we will move to Krishan Raj.
Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon.
So although my question, I'm working on a different line, but I think so it covers some kind of ONDC products related to products and how it works. So when it comes to catalog on all these products, could you give us some idea on what level of subdivisional categories do we have to go? For example, even in conversation, you have to say, for example, pick up minute different products. That's a search-based query. But can we restrict ourselves to just fashion, retail, and electronics to show a viable product? Is that okay? Because to build a prototype, I mean, I'm a student and I'm doing foundation.
Okay. So I would like to this question to be taken by the ONDC team.
Sorry, can you just repeat your question?
Sure, ma'am. My question is, here we have a lot of the ONDC's catalog is huge. So in that case, could we restrict ourselves to say some electronics and fashion retail for developing a product to show it?
Absolutely, absolutely. This you're talking about the Indic languages, is it?
No, ma'am. The thing is, I'm working under a different theme, but I think so it resonates over here as same as well. So that's the reason.
Yeah. So for any problem statement, I mean, any problem statement, my suggestion is that create a prototype with a very specific or a small category, right? And then, but develop it in a way that it's scalable. It can be used for more, it can be extended to more use cases. But to your point, you can start with something like one category. You don't even have to go to multiple categories. Like electronics and fashion, you could just pick up one category, and even within electronics, if you want to focus on a subcategory, that's fine. We just want to see how your final solution will play out for that defined segment, and then look at the code and the solution and see, can this solution can be now extended elsewhere. That is effectively what our evaluation is going to look like. Does that make sense?
It makes sense. If I could add on one more question, it's
Sure.
regarding compliance. So, in case of e-commerce compliance laws, India has few of them, very few. But in that case, would you say just following FSSAI laws compliance would be enough for the solution? Because we don't have, say, for different certain specific compliance laws for electronic products in India. We do have Food and Beverage Acts. Even the Information Act of 2006 doesn't cover much to say other items, other perishable items, non-perishable items, sorry. So in that case, could we just stick to, so I would love to choose a category which FSSAI laws are applicable, because that's well and defined and it is available for us to know. So will that compliance be enough? Because compliance has been stated in a very broad term, while compliance.
Are you talking about the compliance problem statement?
Let's say, ma'am, for any product, would compliance with FSSAI be enough?
But again, I mean, compliance to, like, say, for example, if you're looking at a Indic language problem statement or the conversational interface problem statement, what within these problem statements is, what is the kind of,
because again, I told you I'm working on a different theme. I'm trying to resonate some with this two problem statements. To post my
because then we'll have different mentors for that who are probably, the right people to answer this question.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you for your time.
No worries.
So moving to the next person. Hi, Vaibhav.
Actually, I have.
Hi, Samarjit.
Hi.
My questions are with respect to the calendar. So the solution submission is on 15 Jan, and then shortlist is in February, and let's say the demo day is in February, March. So is the expectation that whatever you submit as a solution is what you will be demoing, or there'll be days in between the final shortlist and the demo day where you have to develop your solution further?
So at the demo day, we want you, whatever you have presented till the date or till the checkpoints. So we want you to present that. And plus you will have few days to develop the product more so that you can demonstrate it in front of the juries and the mentors over there.
Okay. And the second question is in the cohort, if do only the winners get selected, which is 2 or 3 who join the cohort, or there are multiple openings?
See, prize-related queries, you can mail it at support@hackathon. So you will get the answers over there.
Okay. Just one which is not related to prize. So suppose you don't get the Antler grant. Is Antler grant, equity grant, a mandatory thing for the cohort selection, or that is just a prize which you might or might not take?
To ask that question, we are going to organize a separate session for that.
Sounds good. Okay, thank you. Those were my questions.
Just one request. We are less with time. Can we just have quick question so that we can answer? And the question should only be pertaining to the first 2 problem statement that we have discussed. Bhavdeep?
Yeah, I have a general question. Only leader can submit the idea, or any team member can submit?
Any team member.
Anyone can submit. Just one time you need to submit it. That's all you need to do.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Yeah.
Hello,
Am
I audible?
Yeah. Hello.
Yeah, tell me, what is the question?
Yeah. So I have a general question regarding ONDC. We are using a unified logistic interface over here in the ONDC. So how will it be benefiting other e-commerce applications, or how will they be benefited on onboarding to ONDC? So that's my
that
question.
is not the question for this. Please attend the other committee calls where ONDC is taking those business and the technical briefing. We will help you with the answer with that question.
Guys,
Okay,
this
okay, thank
last time I'm mentioning that you need to ask the question related to these two problem statements. Iraqi, do you have anything?
Yeah, I have a question. I have registered in data as a service and have uploaded a document, but when I downloaded the link,
As mentioned again, so we are not taking the problem statements. So it
but
will
where
have,
do we upload the PPT?
you need to go to the dashboard. In the dashboard, you need to see there is a submission tab. Just click on that. There you have to submit it.
Okay.
Yeah. Thank you. So moving to the next question.
Hello.
Hello. Yeah, Balaji.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. My doubt is that in next gen venture section, like you said, startups can apply, right? So only registered startups can apply, or
Balaji, as mentioned, yeah, only the register. But as mentioned, this session is not for that. We will have a different session for that. So your question can be addressed there, or you can mail it at support@Hackathon.
okay, sir.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hello.
Hello, sir.
Yeah, one by one, please.
Yeah, actually, I'm working on Indic support language. So, like for translation tasks, like I'm just asking for the confirmation. Like using this pre-trained model or APIs is like enough, or like training a specific model for some languages like will give edge over the other one. So,
Your voice was not audible. Can you just repeat it again?
yes, sir. Like for translation tasks, using pre-trained models or like APIs, like which is like doing good in translation work, is enough, or like training some specific model will give edge over the other one. So,
Okay, so I can pick that up. This is Shailen from Bhashini team. So
yes.
the suggestion here would be, to start using the APIs, check the translation. It's working for your use case, yes or no. In general, there are no additional, pre-training required as such when it comes to the cases mentioned in the problem statement.
Okay, sir.
Yeah. So again, suggestion is please use it and provide us the feedback.
Okay, sir. Sure, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hello, can I ask regarding the Indic language support PS?
Yeah, Prakash.
Okay, so basically my doubt is first one is Bhashini compulsory or any models I can use? Is using any model allowed, right? For the text to text, text to speech and all those?
I would like Bhashini to answer about this.
It'll be See, we are building for Bharat. It's good to use Bhashini because coming from Bharat. Though you are having many options available, but it's good because coming to the
Whatever we have
accuracy.
used is everything is open source. Yes, most of them are Bharat's only, but some of them are like, but all are open source that we're using.
Yeah, but the point is like you can use anyone. It depends on like which one you are comfortable with.
It is for cause of the languages like support. We are also one more thing. Do we have to demonstrate for all of languages? Since we don't know a lot of them, it's tough to verify for all.
As
We
I
have
mentioned when I was
support.
when I was clearing the questions, I mentioned that the MVP and POC should include Hindi, English, and 2 of the regional languages because you don't know the evaluator must know some another language or not. So it's better to have 4 languages, not more than that. Don't include 22 at one go.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Also, one more thing, like regarding that image support in the Indic language PS, what exactly do you want it in the image? Should we make it like a Google Lens that can do and like barcode to anything, or what else specifically do you want in the image one alone?
It's about extracting the content from the images, not making the image.
No, let's say now a user uploads an image which has an image inside of it. So it's kinds of becomes like an object detection task. So should it support all those also? Is it like only extracting the text alone and Indic languages they can care?
No, only text. So what I'm getting from your question is that you're asking if a person is uploading an image.
Yeah.
You want to extract the content out of it, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So that is available. Like I've shared the link of the Git book. There the OCR APIs are also available that are extracting the content from my image also. You can use those APIs.
Can you share those API again?
I've shared in the Google chat. I'm sharing it again. Just check it out. Yeah, I've shared again. Just have a look.
Okay, sure. Thank you.
Thanks.
So thank you everyone.
Is this Bhashini is free of cost, or should we pay actually for the?
No, it's free of cost. Right now, there is no charges available for that. You can utilize it and start building your MVP or POC. There's no charges, costs associated with it right now.
Okay, thank you.
I have a question regarding conversational interface. Can I ask?
Sorry, I would like to interrupt. So as we are losing out of time, if you have any other questions, you can just mail it to us so we can address it over there. So I will just like to showcase you the dashboard. If you guys have any question related to that, you can just directly drop down at the chat box. So I will move to the dashboard. Is my dashboard visible?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So as you can see, like many of you guys are asking how to submit your idea. So when you go to your dashboard, all you need to do is click on this submission tab, then select your problem statement, then LinkedIn, specific problem statement, describe the solution. Then click on submit, you will move to the next page. And if you guys are trying to add any team member, you need to click on team management. Then you need to create your team. For example, if I create a team, let's say whatever the name is, OCR Stark. Let's create the team. Yeah. So the team name as the team name has already been taken. So all you need to do, just click on this thing, and just after that you need to add a mail ID, then send an invitation to the participant whom you want to add into your team. So they will receive this mail. Once they receive this mail, they need to click on the link, then they will be added to your team. But if they haven't registered yet in the hackathon, so while they click on the link, they need to register to the hackathon, then they can be added to your team. And if you want to have one-on-one conversation, you can directly go to the Discord channel, click on Discord, then you can add to the channel. So moving to the next. So we have an AMS session planned. So I will just show you the masterclass, the next masterclass.
Sir, what is done in the meetups?
So in meetups, you will have different speakers, those who will be explaining about this hackathon. So you can just go to our website and click on the meetup section and just select a preferred location over there.
Are we just restricted to those 4 e-commerce flows in the Indic language support PS, or can we make it for all the flows if time given?
Sorry, as I mentioned, the time is running out. So I will just talk about what the next slide is. So just give me a second, please. So we also have a masterclass scheduled, which will be happening on 5th. So we will send you mails. So you can also ask your questions over there and related to Google Cloud as well. So that's all. I would like to thank all the speakers today for joining us. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Thank you, Kuldeep. Thank you. Thank you, Bhashini team.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.